Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to the honorable judges, teachers, parents and my fellow friends. I am Nur Aamily Ajrana binti Muhammad Baru Fatah. Today, on this fine day, I would like to present a public speech entitled The Advantages and Disadvantages of Bringing Phone to School. Ladies and gentlemen, handphone, mobile phone and tablets are becoming common in almost everywhere in our society. Even now, small children have it too. Today, it has become a must-have item for everyone. If I ask the audiences whether they have a handphone, probably almost all will say yes, isn't it? But then, is it a good idea to allow students to bring handphone to school? In every story, there are two sets of contrasting ideas. Therefore, I would like to take this opportunity to let the audiences know the advantages and disadvantages of students bringing phone to school. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start my speech by stating the first advantage of students bringing phone to school. That is to make communication easier, especially between parents and their children. It will allow them to communicate with each other at any time. Secondly, the phone can be used in emergency situations. For instance, if a student is severely injured or there are crisis situation, the phone can allow students to contact anyone for help. Thirdly, with the technology available, it can help the student to learn more easy access to internet. Students can search information on the internet easily, but it could also be the other way around. Students use the internet to find fun instead of studying. Ladies and gentlemen, now I will focus on the disadvantages of students bringing phone to school. Firstly, is it about deaf issue? With more and more attractive phone available, there are good chances of fun being stolen. This happens because some pupils might not be able to afford it. It's by stealing it. We all know that once the item is gone, it will be gone forever. The price of handphones is not cheap, and when the debt issue raises, it can cause a lot of other trouble. Secondly, the phone may cause distraction in lesson. Some students that did not shut off their phone. Will this stop the lesson in the class? They can also play games in hiding during the lesson. With so many students in the class, teacher could overlook this student. This is one of the examples of student misuse the purpose of handphone. By bringing handphone to school, also will hinder purpose to study. More as they are much more prefer to play games than to read book. They only use the privilege given for their own joy only. So, the passion for learning will be decreasing, and this is bad because study is very important in life. Only with more knowledge, we could be more developed. But if this young generation doesn't like to study, it will hinder our progress to be more successful. Ladies and gentlemen, now, is it up to us to decide and choose what is the best decision? Ladies and gentlemen, I have lined up the pros and cons of allowing students bring handphone to school. Now, is it up to us to decide and choose what is the best decision on this issue? Well then, I arrived at the end of my speech. Thus, I would like to thank all for lending your ears. Therefore, I end my speech with thank you very much and goodbye. Thank you.